Hi friends and family. I really am getting back into making videos, I promise. It's Saturday and I have a special guest with me today. Here is Japtong. This is the first time she has ever sat in my lap. So I'm pretty sure she's lonely. Yeah, it's really weird that she's like in my lap and she's biting me. Biting is her normal affection sign. Do not mess with this. Nope, or that. Nope, these are my papers. You cannot have them. Please do not try and sit on them. I was going to show you guys my housing contract. Yay! This is actually the first time in my 5 years of living in Korea that I have signed a contract for a house. The first 3 years, when I was an English teacher, my housing was provided for by my school. Do not eat that. That is my pizza. Yeah. Cat is trying to eat leftover pizza. Yeah, my first 3 houses were provided by the school. Jonga, go away. Ugh. She's really heavy and mean, which is why I liked her in my lap. What was I talking about? Housing. Yeah. First 3 years, school bought the house, did all that, not buy it. Anyway, they paid for the apartment. I didn't have to pay for rent or anything, just nothing. I didn't even pay utilities. Wow, that was a really good deal. Anyway, when I moved to Seoul, I stayed in the tiny box my first 2 months. And there it wasn't, like, there was no contract. You just paid by month. And then I moved to where I live now. And the other girl, my housemate, she has the contract. And then just rents the room to me. So now this is my first time renting my own place. So I was really excited. Yeah. And the worker, the realtor, that's what they're called. I could not think of that word. I was like, 부동산 사람. The realtor, he was really, really nice. I'm really excited about moving to Wonju. It's so refreshing to be in such a small place. Like, I say it's not even that small, but I realize like I have to fix my thinking and my behaviors because coming to Seoul, I've gotten into bad behaviors of like not being rude, but just not being kind or helpful. I was like, just sort of being isolated anywhere I go. Like I'm in my own zone. Don't talk to me. Don't mess with me. Don't look at me. I don't want to do anything. But in Wonju, everyone's really friendly. So I have to remember to get back into that being friendly kind of feeling and behaviors. Yeah, the guy, he was really nice. Like I mentioned that I was going to be working, well, not going to, that I work with the tourism organization and that we're moving our office there. So he was like, oh, that's kind of far. Like, how are you going to get there? Do you have a car? I'm like, no car. He's like, I guess maybe carpool? I'm like, I'm planning on taking the bus. He's like, there aren't very many buses that go there. I know. They will add more routes later. But right now there's like one bus that goes that way. He's like, yeah, it's really too far to walk. It's like 45 minutes. Yeah. Well, I walk fast, so for me it'll probably be like maybe 30. But I still don't want to walk 30 minutes just to go to work. I could, but I don't really want to. Anyway, so he drove me and my friend out to where they're doing the construction so that I could actually see my new my new office building. So that was really, really nice. And like, he didn't have to take us that way. But he was like, oh, I've got something I need to do over in that area anyway. So if you guys don't mind going there, I can just drive you through and you can see it. So that was really nice. And then he showed us like maybe 4 he showed us 4 rooms, but one of them he didn't know that someone had rented it yesterday. So he got there and like unlocked the door because they're all key codes. Opened the door and he saw like stuff in the room and like a blanket on the floor. We were like, So he calls and he's like, hey, did this room get sold? Like, did someone rent it? I'm like, yeah, it happened yesterday. He's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I went in. So I don't know if the person was in there and like they were just like terrified because someone walked into their room and they were like, oh god, I'm just gonna hide. Or if there was really no one there. Like, I thought the light went on, but it might have just been a motion sensor or a reflection on the glass of the light in the hallway. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I saw a few rooms and I picked the best one. So amazing. I guess maybe you guys saw my video that I posted on my Facebook. That's a walkthrough of the video that they have on that they provided on the Realtor website. Yeah, I went with a list of like, I think 7 or 8 rooms that I was interested in seeing, and I think about half of them or more were already gone. Because I looked last week Friday, so like a week ago, so a lot of stuff changes. Yeah, it was really nice, and I got to meet the landlord and landlady. They're very nice. I could barely understand the husband. I was like, what is he saying? Oh my gosh, I can't understand him. I think it's just getting used to different people's pronunciations. That's always been really difficult for me. So even though I know Korean, the first time I meet someone, I still have to ask them like, what? What did you say? I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't hear you. I don't understand. So I did that to the realtor as well. And I think he was a little bit nervous, like, oh god, how can I speak to her? Oh god, I don't know. But my friend, she just kept saying like, oh, Kayla understands Korean. She's really good at Korean. But like when I first meet people, 1, I'm shy, and then 2, like I have to get used to their voice. Otherwise, like, I don't know what they're saying. Yep. I sort of made a mistake. I mentioned, like, I was saying, like, the reason that I didn't choose company housing, I don't want to live with other people, like, I want my own place. And then I said, and I want to raise a cat. He's like, what? I'm like, no, I don't have a cat. I promise. I had a cat when we chose company housing, and I couldn't go there because of the cat. But the cat died last month, so I don't have a cat anymore. But that's why I chose not to do company housing, because I had a cat. No cats anymore. Don't worry, no pets. And I was like, oh my god, Kayla, nice save! You can't do that! Like, I don't know. I think if I got a cat later, they'd just be like, you shouldn't have a pet. But they wouldn't be like, get out. Contract finished. I hope not. As long as the cat's not crazy. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know if I'll get another cat. I want one, but today I told another friend that didn't know about Bandit passing, and I cried. And I wasn't even speaking to her. I was sending a text message like, hey, I'm sorry I didn't respond to your message earlier. Like, happy Christmas. Blah blah. I miss you. I want to meet you. See the kids. Hate to ask this, but I found a new place in Wonju, and I hate to ask, but can you lend me some money so I can pay deposit? The reason I don't have money is because my cat got sick. When I explained about like her being in the vet for a week and dying, and like I had all the money that I had been saving for moving had to go into the vet bills. And like that was basically $1,000 that I had been planning on moving, and I would have enough if that hadn't happened. So I had to explain why I was asking for $1,000, and I cried. I hate asking for money. Like, it's just so, I don't know. It's not that I hate asking for help. Or, like, I wouldn't hate asking, like, hey, can you lend me $50? $1,000? That's a lot of money. Like, I know that I will pay it back at the end of January, but still, it's just like, that's That's a really big request. My glasses are really dirty. You can see I pushed them here. Like smudge prints. Anyway, beside the point. So I asked that friend for money. She's a very, very good friend. Not just because she gives me large sums of money, but she's just a really good friend to me. She was the mom. She is the mom of the kids that I used to teach. And she's just really great. She always says that she wants to be like a real big sister to me. She's really nice. This is already like 11 minutes, and I've just been babbling. Yeah, this week was Christmas, and it was pretty lonely. Like, obviously, I slept at church on... Obviously. I don't know why I said obviously. Anyway, I slept at church on Christmas Eve, and then on Christmas morning, we woke up and had service, and I got a surprise Christmas gift, like Christmas and thank you gift, from Kim Suro, who is the children's director. So that was really, really nice and like completely unexpected. And I still feel like really happy just thinking about it, like, wow, I got a Christmas gift. I think I feel like I want to say it's the first Christmas gift I've gotten in like years from anybody who wasn't family. But maybe that's not true. Last year, nothing. The year before that, I don't remember. I don't think I got anything other than stuff from family. Yeah, so it was just really nice. Like, wow, somebody remembered me. And somebody thought about me. It was just really nice. Yep. But then after church, it was like everyone went home, obviously. Christmas is a family holiday. Not in Korea, but I think still among Christians it is. Anyway, I went to lunch with Shingor, who is the person who invited me to Yeonji Church last year, like the first time. And so we had lunch, and then I went home, and I watched 2 movies on my computer because I had nothing to do. And that's pretty much all I did. I had no work this week. Like, I went to work, but there was nothing for me to do, except for post on Twitter. Which I don't know if I'm getting better at it. I feel like my posts are not getting as many likes, but I also don't think about the posts as much. I don't put as much effort into it because it doesn't matter. The people who follow us are already crazy about Korea. There's nobody new that's getting drawn in. Everyone's already like obsessed with K-pop and yep. Anyway, I have a receipt from sending money to pay 10% of my deposit. And now I have like no money. I get paid on Wednesday, but I have to pay all my deposit and whatnot on January 10th, which is my move-in day, even though I'm not actually moving until the end of the month. So my friend was like, oh no, this is really bad, because then you have to pay rent for 2 places in 1 month. My rent for here in Seoul is until the 15th, so maybe I can just pay a little bit extra for the rest of the month, like half, since I'll only be here for half. But yeah, hopefully my housemate will let me do that. What else? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I didn't even mention my rent. So my new place, the rent is... Why am I telling you? Do you guys care? You probably do. The deposit, which you have to pay but then you get back, is 3,000. And then the rent is 380. And that includes like rent, water, gas, and like maintenance around the building. But then I have to pay for... No, the electric's included. I have to pay for gas and television and internet. And I could not pay for internet because I already am paying for unlimited 3G on my phone. So I could just hook my phone up to my computer or do like the Wi-Fi hotspot. But I can't watch TV that way. I kind of want to watch TV. Like, I watched a lot of TV when I didn't watch TV. I used my TV a lot when I lived in Yesan. I never used the TV in Gongju because I had a TV but it wasn't set up for anything. And then in Yesan it was set up for like basic cable stuff. So I played a lot of music on my TV and watched some movies sometimes. And then here in Seoul, I don't have a TV, so can't use it. But now I feel like those times I didn't even know Korean. Now I know Korean, so maybe it will be fun to watch TV. I don't know. Maybe I won't have time. There's no more Puzzle Cafe. Like, that's kind of a sad thing. Like, no more puzzling for me. Except for when I buy a puzzle and do it at my house. No cat would mean that I could do that. I'm really excited about moving. I'm just like exploring my new town, my new neighborhood. My house is close to Home Plus, which is like I don't know, maybe like a Walmart, but more grocery store than Walmart. Oh, Hy-Vee. That's a big grocery store back home. I guess it's sort of like a Hy-Vee. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever been in a Home Plus. Yes, I have. Yeah, it's basically a grocery store, but it also has some other things. The reverse of a Walmart. Because Walmart's got mostly stuff and some groceries. Anyway. So I guess maybe like a Hy-Vee. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I live really close to that thing. Home Plus. And I don't know. It takes about 2 hours to get from my house to church. It takes an hour and 10 minutes by train to get from Wonju Station to Cheongnam-ni Station. I have a feeling you guys are going to be like, what did she just say? Cheongnam-ni. Yeah, that one. It's a tough and weird name. Anyway, to go from Wonju to there. And that's an hour and 10 minutes. It takes about 20 minutes to get from Cheongnam-ni Station to church by metro. And about 25 to 30 minutes to get from my new house to Wonju Station by bus. So basically 2 hours. Which is okay. Not a problem. And a lot of people were like, oh my god, Kayla, I can't believe you're gonna move so far away. You won't be able to come to church anymore. What are you guys talking about? It's not even that far. I will still come. Like, I get, like, 2 hours just to go to church is far, but it's not just about church. They're my friends. They're like my family now. And to not see them would just be really difficult. And I just want to keep seeing them. Because I love them. Even though Koreans never say, like, I love you, I really do. And I say it to them. Mainly only to Ojin. Because the others I'm not close enough to that I can feel comfortable saying I love you without them, like, feeling like, what? What? Kayla's weird. Anyway. Yep. Ojin already knows I'm weird, so that's okay. I guess that's about it. I will see you guys in the new year, because this is the last recording of 2014. Hooray! Hope 2015 is a really great year for everybody. Me too, my camera. I can't hold it straight. Yeah. Bye. Love you guys.